need some energy in the room. Say energy. All right, TDG. Let's do it one more time. TDG. All right, let's keep moving. It's an honor, truly an honor, to have the platform to speak to a country I call my home, and to share the stage with all of these distinguished speakers, all of you, to be in your presence. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel, Ekwamwa's wife, Mrs. Benedicta, and the entire team for putting together this program, which I believe it would go a long way to build our cherished motherland. I'm a proud Kenyan, and I'm super grateful for the skills and the tools that shaped me growing up here in Ghana. And let me start by saying I believe in Ghana. Are we here? I believe in the immense potential of Ghana. However, the Ghana I envision, the one brimming with prosperity, peace, love, unity, creativity, and innovation, it cannot manifest unless we come together to unite and to build. And that's why I love the theme of this conference, which says uniting to build Ghana. It's in the present continuous form, emphasizing that this noble task is an ongoing process. And so I want to share with you a few lessons that I believe you and I, Ghana at large, can leverage on to build and to achieve prosperity. Amazingly, these lessons are right on your fingertips. Look at me. They are right where? At your fingertips. You see them every day, yet you might not be fully tapping into the wisdom they have to offer. I call them the world's greatest lessons on your fingertips. The world's greatest lessons on where? Your fingertips. All right, with that said, let's embark on the journey because we're going to travel a bit. Are you with me? Lesson number 1, don't give up. Lesson number 1. Now I know not giving up sounds like a cliche, but please hang on. Are we here? We're going to work this out together. Don't give up. You see, for 99% of the human race, if you cut your fingernails, they will grow back up. Do I have a witness? Unless there is a medical ailment, when you cut your fingernails, they will grow back up. And so nature is telling us something, that resilience is something that is built in every one of us. Are we here? And so this simple truth, just coming to this realization, it changed my life when I got to realize that nature is instinctively teaching us and telling us never to give up in life. I have a question for you. How many of you here, given the chance, would move to the United States? Raise your hands and be honest. How many of you? Somebody has raised 2 hands. All right, I have a follow-up question. How many of you who raised your hands would return home after having the opportunity to leave? Oh, the hands have drastically reduced though. Well, whatever be the case, right? My advice is we cannot afford as a people to give up on Ghana. So don't give up on Ghana. Imagine if Kwame Nkrumah and the founding fathers had given up. He could have stayed in the comfort, like in his comfort zone, but he chose to come back home. Similarly, Mr. Emmanuel Ekwamwa's wife, and I believe much of the team, they could have stayed back in the States, yet they decided to return. So there is a purpose behind that, and that is why we have all gathered here today. And I will say this, when you see people travel, don't think it is bad. It is okay to travel. Are we here? If you get the opportunity, have a plan and take it, but travel legally. Are we here? Don't go through the desert out of desperation, and because we need you alive. Are we here? We need your ideas, we need your contributions, we need your resources to build Ghana. So if you have the opportunity, take it, but come back home. That is my point. Take it, but what? And invest in Ghana. See, there is no place like home. There is no place you can truly call your home. We live in the United States, but I'm telling you, there's no place like home. Are we here? So exposure is good, whether we call it Japa in Nigeria or having to choose Dutch passport over Ghana's PhD. This is certainly not a new phenomenon, and please track with me. No, it's not. You see, 16 million Italians left their homeland to the United States between 1861 and 1929. 16 million Italians. Did you hear what I just said? 16, not 1, not 5, not 10. 16 million Italians. You know, so they migrated because of the turbulent political and economic upheavals in their country, including unemployment, high taxes, and low wages. These are the same issues we are having presently here in Ghana, right? So I understand that a significant number of doctors are leaving the country, and it's primarily due to what economic reasons. Currently, the number of medical practitioners emigrating annually has risen to 50%. While we may not be feeling the full impact of this brain drain at the moment, if the majority of these professionals do not return, it would inevitably have serious consequences for our healthcare system in the direction in which we are headed. And in the case of the Italians who migrated to the United States, only 20 to 30% ever returned home. But we are back, and that should serve as an example to you. Are we here? But we are back. Now, all of the speakers, I believe, are coming from the United States. But we chose to come back here because this is our natural habitation. And by way of invitation, we welcome our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. They come with a lot of technical knowledge and wealth and resources and ideas. So we need them, and we need to partner with them in building Ghana. I hear Steve Wonder is in town. This is really good. This is really good. And like I said, exposure is good, but come back home. Exposure is a great catalyst, for change, because once you are exposed, you cannot be unexposed. Are we here? Once you see something new, you cannot be unexposed. And in case you didn't know, both Martin Luther and Nelson Mandela were inspired because they saw Mahatma Gandhi liberate his people. And they got that inspiration that if he can do it, we can also do it. So exposure is good. The 2015 to 19 American Community Survey estimated over 170,000 Ghanaians immigrants are in the States. While today it might be maybe 250,000, let's even say 300,000 Ghanaians abroad in the US specifically. That's nothing compared to 16 million people. Are we here? And I shared the story of the Italian because incidentally, the population size of Italy then was just about Ghana today. I know they are about 60 million today, but back then they were about 29, 30 million plus. It's just like the size of Ghana today. And imagine 16 million people evacuating. So there's still hope. Are we here? So my first point is, if you have the exposure, take it, but come back home. All right, lesson number 2. United we stand, divided we fall. All right, there are 10 fingers, right? We have 10 fingers, right? I know we used to have 10 regions. Now it is 16. Whether 16 or 10, the principle remains the same. The question I have for you is, can you type with one finger? No, you can type. Can you type on the keyboard with one finger? But what happens when you begin to type with all fingers? So there is speed. We go faster, and there is more efficiency. And that is why in building Ghana, we need all the regions to come together. We need all the regions to come together. Are we here? Because each region has something unique to offer. In the same way, when you look at the fingers, each one of them is different. There is a finger dedicated for just pointing or showing people direction. It's not that finger you use to wear a ring. Are we here? Each of the regions, we all have something to offer, because we all don't perform or have the same thing. The government cannot do everything. That's where we come in. We are the alternative government. Entrepreneurs and the private sector has always been the ones to build a nation. Please track with me. government just needs to provide structure and create a conducive atmosphere for us to operate. And we must recognize that we are in this together, regardless of our tribal, religious, or political affiliations. I'm not here to endorse any political party, but a 24-hour economy is good. Say it's good. We need productivity in this country. 24-hour economy is a great idea, right? And so either party should adopt it and work together, whether they win or lose in the upcoming elections. We need to go past bipartisan politics in this country and let your vote count. Are we here? But beyond that, let's unite and build, and let no political party divide us. But we are not enemies. Are we here? So united we stand, divided we. So as we come together to build, we also need to understand that nothing grows in comfort. Are we here? And that pain is temporary. Say pain is temporary. And poverty is also temporary. Right? Because I know of a generation that rose up with Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore, and they made the decision that they were going to pay the price for the next generations to enjoy. And today, look where they are. I also know of another generation who rose up and said they were going to sacrifice just 2 decades of their life in Dubai. And today, everybody wants to take a trip to Dubai. Everybody wants to go to Dubai and take a picture. So Ghana, you've listened. In uniting to build, we also need to understand that pain is what is temporary. There are times where you break your fingernails, right? Thank you. And so I want to share a personal story here, because I've lived through this. It was right here in Ghana about 15 years ago, somewhere around the airport bus. 37 military airports. Charlie, I was in this trotro, and there were trotro and there were trotros. I was in this trotro and I kid you not, my whole singlet was wet. It's just, man. And whilst I was in there, I saw this lady who looked just about my age, driving a Range Rover. The difference between her reality and mine, it was just apparent. It's clear, like day and night. Day and night, right? And so, but here was my mindset, right? Look, not everybody is corrupt. Are we here? So for me, I thought maybe, perhaps, someone, maybe the father had paid the price for her to enjoy the lifestyle that she's living now. And so if I can also forge forward and not give up, it is possible. I knew it was possible. I knew it was possible. I knew it was possible. And I'm a believer. That moment was a defining moment for me. I prayed fervently. There was no need to shout, but within me, I said a prayer fervently and in all sincerity. I said, this too shall pass. And my children wouldn't have to go through what I'm going through. And today, I thank God, I'm no longer living in that reality. Full disclaimer, I'm not here to say taking trotro is bad, but I'm here to also inspire you that there is always the next level. You mentioned 1 million, you are shaking. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The life you desire is not just going to come on a silver platter. It's going to come with effort. Are we here? Everything we are doing is what we are building. We are doing it with what? Our hands. You need to work hard. You need to work hard. And so, if we really want to build Ghana, my point is, it's good to unite and build, but beyond that, there is a price to pay. And so unless we are willing to pay the price for the next generation, else let's forget about it. And remember that pain is what? It's temporary. So let's move on. Can I keep it real in here, like 100, like 100? All right. We are living in times where if you don't steal, it's like you are not wise. Are we here? Oh, can I be real with you? We are living right here in times in Ghana. If you don't steal, in that office, at your workplace, it's like you are not what? You are not smart. In this harsh economy, you are not stealing, But the truth is that, Ghana youth, I want to put a charge in your spirit that we cannot sell our conscience. We need to buy integrity and sell integrity. Buy integrity and sell what? Integrity. You see, the Corruption Perception Index is the leading global indicator when it comes to, identifying corruption in the public sector. In Ghana, they scored us 43. I don't know about you, but 43% in any exam is a fail. And so we still have corruption to deal with a zero change since last year. But I want to keep it 100 with you. Corruption is not the way. It's not the right path. Are we here? Corruption is not the right path. You need people of integrity. When I was in Nashville, when I came to Nashville, I was going to rent an apartment. The ladies told me, oh, your income bracket is above what we require here. Even my own son couldn't qualify because their son's income is higher. And I'm saying, if this was some other country I know, they'll push their son there. He's telling no. Buy integrity. And say, no, I cannot do that. Even my own son, I couldn't do it for him. Buy integrity and what? Sell integrity. Other than, even if we rise to become a superpower, we will end up destroying ourselves from within, much like ancient Rome. No one could match them militarily, but they destroyed themselves through moral decay and fiscal irresponsibility. So as we commit to build this great nation of ours, let's not forget that pain is temporary. And poverty is also what? Poverty. As a matter of fact, give me just 1 minute here. Let's do a small workshop. So there are 3 types of poverty. Are we here? There is what we call psychological poverty. It deals with identity, mindset. Are we here? The absence of initiatives. There are nearly 8 billion people on earth. Every one of them is your potential customer. But if you don't know, you don't know. I can sell something to you if I can discover something you need. But the absence of initiatives. We like this man-to-man business too much. We need to think beyond that. And there's what we call systemic poverty, which deals with bad policies. For instance, Argentina was doing great in the 30s, right? And then due to bad leadership, all this corruption and stuff, their government, everything decided to go south. And now they are beginning to pick up again because of good governance and putting the right regulations in place. And they are enjoying prosperity again. And then we have circumstantial poverty. Of course, things happen in life. Financial insufficiency, economic dependency, and whatnot. All of these 3 things can be fixed. All of these 3 things can be what? So poverty is also what? It's temporary. My last point here, lesson number 3, aspire to inspire before you expire. You see, growing up, my father had this portrait in our living room, and I will never forget it for the rest of my life. It read, aspire to inspire before you expire. Before you expire. So Ghana youth, this is not just a phrase, it's a call to action. And today I'm here to charge you with that very mission. To aspire to inspire means be hungry. Are we here? And contend for superior knowledge. Because weak minds, weak country. Weak minds, weak country. Strong minds, strong country. The strongest of men, they are the ones with the strongest of minds. I will take it again. The strongest of men are the ones with the strongest of what? Minds. That's the difference between an advanced country and what you call a developing country or a third world country. And do not fear mistakes. You attempted something and it didn't work, so what? What if it doesn't work? What if it works? Go back and do it again. Say, try it again. Mistakes are proofs of progress. Mistakes are stepping stones to your own greatness. Are we here? Because if you stay where you are, you would expire. And anytime you stumble, you are not falling back. No, you are actually moving forward. You are getting one step closer to your dreams and your vision. That's how it works. Are we here? So don't imprison yourself in the opinions of men. Their opinions, they are just noise. It is your dream and your vision that truly what counts. Because no one becomes an inspiration by living some mundane and some average life. You need to contend for superior knowledge. All my brother and my sister all said this. right? And so I joined hands with all the speakers. When the call came, we responded because we truly care about you and we care about your future. Are we here? And we want you to succeed because transformation always starts from within, and it starts with the power of one. Say the power of one. Because all of you are coming from families and all of you have your own circles of what influence that you can begin that change there. And so I dare you not to take the back seat of life. And before long, my friend, you would become the reference point that others look up to as well. So as I live, time no day. Say time no day. Life is fleeting and every moment what counts. Constantly seek for opportunities to upgrade your skill set, Ghana youth. Constantly seek for opportunities to what? Upgrade your skill set and think globally. Think what? Globally. Like Jim Rohn said, formal education, going to school will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. And so, if you cannot afford the big certifications, hey, like I said, YouTube is there. YouTube is the world's biggest open university. Everything you want to learn is there. Somebody has done it. See, just, oh man. In China, you know what they do? Call it case. Copy and steal everything and make it yours. Copy and steal what? No need to even reinvent. Other people have done it. You just have to be smart. You know, and explore freelance opportunities. For instance, if you're a graphic designer, put your work on Fiverr. Put it on Upwork. There are so many places you just go, I can do A, B, C. Somebody interested will contact you. If you are just looking at your surrounding, you will not go anywhere. We are living in a global village now. Let go of this, what you see here, and begin to operate at that level, because at that level too, there are standards to meet. You can't just get some mediocre stuff. Nobody will patronize your stuff. And that's what I'm saying. You need to upgrade your skill set. Nobody came into this world with holding, cables or mouse or anything. We all learned. When I went to the state, I learned IT. He learned IT. We all learned. So if you fail, it is your fault. If you succeed, it is also your fault. Simple as that. Seek mentors, expose yourself, attend conferences like this, be in spaces that matter. We are not a lazy people, that I know for sure. According to research, Ghanaians are probably number one when it comes to hard workers abroad. But we are not a lazy people. But it's sad, and it saddens me, especially when you know you are very talented, yet you remain crippled in an environment like this. It breaks your heart. And the only way out is to think outside of the box. And some of you too, you care so much about your lifestyle. You are holding iPhone 14, iPhone 15. Sell that and buy Yam phone and use your laptop to browse. You are asking for funds to start a business. Meanwhile, you are holding the funds in your hands. Because of what people will say. Forget about them. Get something going. Before long, that thing that you will start, it can buy you that iPhone 4 or whatever, 14. I don't use iPhone. Sorry, iPhone users. you know. I was right here when I was in college. I was selling laptops. I was advertising. I would go to Burma camp and sell laptops to them and make good profit. I would install their Microsoft Office. I would install applications for them. You need to think outside of the box. And so I started by expressing my belief in Ghana's potential. So Ghana youth, the change we seek rests with us, not with outsiders. We have control over our own destiny. Whatever we decide we want Ghana to be is in what? It's in our hands. It's in our hands. It's in our hands. It's in our hands. And it starts by nailing these simple lessons on your fingertips. And I would like to humbly request all of you, that we please stand up. We're going to take the national pledge together. 1, 2, 3. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana. Make a fist with me. This time, not at the answer to a Boateng. It's time to fight for your destiny. Are we here? All right. We're going to take the national pledge together. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all of my strength and with all my heart. And I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers. And I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So help me, God. As I conclude, I urge you, my last words, be bold. Are we here? Be bold. Be bold. Be bold. Because fortune favors the bold. Let me never hear or anybody say Ghanaians are anything but timid. Be what? Be bold. Be wise. Be smart. And most importantly, be you. So quick recap and we sit down. Number 1, don't give. Number 2, united we stand, divided we. And number 3, aspire to inspire before you expire with your talent. Because all of you are talented people. You carry a spark within, and the world is waiting for you. Are we here? The world is waiting on your light to shine. So I hope you got some value out of this, and if you will, some meaning. And in case you're still wondering, I'm Charles, the meaning maker. Ghana youth, it's a blessing and an honor to speak to you. Thank you.